In this video, we're going to be looking at the indoor or outdoor camera system by Blink. It's the XT2. Let's take a closer look. So these cameras will give you HD quality video and also two-way audio. So not only will you be able to see great footage, but you'll be able to hear exactly what goes on, and you'll also be able to communicate if, for instance, you miss someone turning up at your house.
Walk to the park.
Okay, so I think it's about time we got this thing unboxed and all set up. Now you'll notice straight away on the box that this will work with your Amazon device. In fact, it works with a host of Amazon devices, and I'll give you an example of that later in this video. Okay, so in the box itself, you've got your two cameras. There is a gap there because this will also come in a 3-camera version if you wish, and you've got all of your instructions to get this thing set up, the module, and also the 2 cameras. As well as that, there's the fixings to enable you to either screw these cameras to a wall or to a fence, and the batteries which go inside. Now these batteries will make the camera last for up to 2 years, and that's a pretty good claim. Now obviously I'm not going to be able to test battery life in this video, and that 2 years that they give is going to be with a certain amount of use. Heavy use will mean that goes down, but again, it's no great problem just to replace the batteries if you need to. The cameras themselves feel very well made, they feel durable and strong, and obviously because these are indoor or outdoor cameras, they're obviously weather resistant. Now getting these things set up is pretty simple. You literally just need to slide that latch down on the back and then lift up from the bottom. That will then reveal the housing inside where you just pop the batteries in, and you've got a QR code there which I'll come on to in a second. Getting these cameras set up is very simple. You literally just need to download the Blink app from your app store. That's iOS or Android, and it's called Blink Home Monitor. Now you will need to set up an account with them, but it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and all you need to do is put in your email address. Then follow the on-screen instructions, which is very straightforward, and give your cameras or your system a name. So I'm going to be calling mine Home because I've got mine set up at home. The next thing that you'll need to do is set up the sync module, which is the little square box, and we need to then locate the QR code on that box, and when you're ready, just scan it following the on-screen instructions. Once you've scanned that QR code, you'll then get this screen which will ask you to plug in your sync module and wait 30 seconds. You need to wait until you get the same matching blinking blue light with a solid green light, like this is showing on the screen. You can then click yes, it does match the pattern above. Once you've done that, it will then go through the setup of that sync module by connecting it up to your Wi-Fi. You will need to put in your Wi-Fi password because this is what's going to communicate with the cameras and therefore enable you to view what's on the cameras on your phone. Now it's a very similar process to set up each camera. There is a QR code on the inside of the back of each camera. You need to scan that, and then the app will run through that process, setting up each individual camera. You'll then be able to give each camera a name, and you must make sure that you grant microphone permission, otherwise you won't be able to have that two-way audio later on when the camera is set up. Okay, as you can see, the first camera is set up, but it's got an odd name, so I'm going to change that name and then run the same process with the other camera. But once it is set up, I've now just called this front because this is going to be living at the front of my house. And just to make sure it works before I go and install it in situ, you can see this is now showing around the office completely wirelessly, and the lag is not too much at all. So I'm not really sure exactly where I'm going to position mine at the moment, so I'm just going to literally sit this on top of a pot on my decking. But to give you an example of the type of image that it will produce, this is what you get. And as you can see, it's a really good quality, full color, no issues at all. A great quality video. I'm super impressed. Now let me show you how you can set this up with your Amazon device. So here I've got an Echo Show, and all you need to do is to go into your Alexa app on your Show, and you need to enable the Blink skill. So bring up the menu from the left hand side and then click on Skills and Games. When this is loaded, you need to click on the magnifying glass to search for the Blink skill. Type in Blink and you'll see it will be one of the first ones that comes up. You just literally need to click on any one of those and it will bring it up. And as you can see, Blink Smart Home is the one that you're looking for. Click onto that and then click Enable to Use. Now you will need to log in with the same details that you created when you first started setting up your cameras. Once you've done that, it will say that it's been successfully linked, and then you need to go into Discover Devices. Once you've done that, it should hopefully discover the 2 cameras that you've got set up, or if it's a 3 camera setup, the 3 cameras. And as you can see on my great long list of massive amount of Amazon devices that I've got, you can see the decking one that I've done and also the front one that I've done. And now you're ready to ask your Echo Show to show you the camera. Computer, show me the decking.
Okay.
Your Echo device will say waiting for blink, and then after just a few seconds it will load up with the camera. And as you can see, I have now moved mine and set it up in its right position, and it shows me a good view of my decking and the access to it. So not only are these cameras great during the day, but they give a really good image at night. And you'll notice there on the left hand side it says hold to talk, and that means that you can talk through the camera to what you may see. So for instance, we've got this bit of activity going on the front, and you may want to just find out what's going on or just get them to disperse by talking to them through the actual camera.
My car. Please get off my property. You have no business being here.
Another great feature I wanted to show you was activity zones. All these are really motion zones, and you can set these within the app. So for instance, if you live on a street like I am here, where I don't really want the camera to go off every time a car drives by, I can turn those action zones off. Now if I wanted to be a little bit more precise, I can go into the advanced and actually click on individual squares, and as you can see, it will only then go off if these unchecked squares are seeing activity. It makes it a lot more better. And again, there's lots of other settings that you can go in and change. There's the re-trigger time, there's the sensitivity, there's clip length. There really are many things that you can do. Now speaking of clips, you can access these from the home camera screen. Click on the folder in the top right corner and all of your clips will be there. One great thing with this system is the recording of these clips is free. You can manage your storage. As you can see, I'm at 10%, so you can delete clips if you need them deleted, or you can share them to another device and send them to your computer, for instance. Very simple to use and very effective. The great thing with these cameras is that they have a host of potential uses. I've got mine looking after my outdoor space, but you may want to put this in your garage or your shed to look after your car or maybe your tools. Why not position it by your front or back door, and then you can see exactly who's coming to visit, and you can also talk to them if you're not there. If you've got elderly or vulnerable relatives, then again it's a great system for keeping an eye and making sure that they're okay. In the past I've used this type of device just to keep an eye on my dog. You saw her in the clip earlier. But again, another great use is to put in a nursery or an infant's bedroom just to make sure that they're all okay. So many very good uses. So my friends, I thought I would just summarise the main features for this Blink camera system. Motion triggered alerts sent directly to your phone. HD quality live view and also shareable clips. The great value because this is 2 cameras in 1 pack, or you can also go for a 3-pack option. The way that you can communicate with what you see or who you see, and also that they can communicate back to you. The battery life being up to 2 years, and also it's batteries that you can replace, so that's a great feature. This will work with your Amazon device as I showed you earlier, and it's not just the ones with the display. You have the iOS and Android app, which again is very simple and straightforward to use, and hopefully I've demonstrated that to you in this video. You've got fully customizable motion detection so that this thing doesn't go off unnecessarily, and you can set those zones as I showed you earlier. You also get free cloud storage. There are competitors out there that are charging for the storage, so this having the free one is definitely worthwhile. Day and night vision cameras, and again that example of night vision that I gave you is first class. It really does look great. The fact that these are weatherproof, use them indoors or out, not a problem at all, and the wireless easy setup is definitely a brilliant feature. So guys, for more information, click the link in the description. Thanks as always for watching this video, and I really do look forward to seeing you on the next. And let me know what your thoughts are. Leave a comment in the box below.